Have you ever wondered what it takes to overcome challenges and achieve your dreams? Well, it's not just about the physical power or intelligence that we often associate with success. Instead, it's something that resides deep within us, something intangible yet extremely powerful. It's called inner strength. Inner strength is that silent force within us, a reservoir of courage, determination, and resilience. It's the power that enables us to face life's obstacles head-on, without flinching or backing down. It's the key that unlocks the door to perseverance and persistence, two traits that are critical to achieving any goal. You see, inner strength is not about how much you can lift or how fast you can run. It's not about your physical abilities at all. It's about your mental and emotional strength. It's about the power to keep going when the going gets tough. It's about the ability to remain calm in the face of adversity, to hold on when everything around you is falling apart. Inner strength is like a mighty oak tree. On the outside, it might seem ordinary, but it's the roots that run deep within the earth that give it the strength to withstand the fiercest storms. Similarly, it's the inner strength within us that gives us the resilience to weather life's storms and come out stronger on the other side. Inner strength is the fuel that powers our dreams. It's the force that propels us forward, that keeps us moving even when we're tired, discouraged, or afraid. It's the beacon of light that guides us through the darkest tunnels, leading us to the end where success awaits. Inner strength, my friends, is not something that we're born with. It's something that we cultivate over time, through our experiences, our struggles, and our triumphs. It's the product of our determination, our resolve, and our will to succeed. Inner strength, my friends, is the secret ingredient to conquering life's toughest battles. Do you know what sets successful people apart from the rest? It's not just talent or luck, but the power of consistent habits. Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. It starts small, but as it continues to roll, it gathers more snow and grows larger. This is the magic of consistency. You see, habits are a bit like the snowball. When we perform small actions every day, they might not seem significant in isolation, but over time, they accumulate and create a massive impact. It's the compound effect of these tiny daily habits that lead to big results. Let's draw a parallel with something as simple as saving money. If you save a small amount of money every day, it may not seem like much, but over time, those daily savings can accumulate into a substantial sum. This concept applies to habits as well. For instance, consider the habit of reading. If you read for just 20 minutes each day, it may not seem like much. But over the course of a year, those 20 minutes a day add up to over 120 hours of reading. That's equivalent to reading approximately 20 average-sized books. Now imagine the wealth of knowledge you could gain from those books. This is the power of consistent habits. It's not about making a huge, drastic change in one go. It's about taking small, manageable steps every single day. It's about committing to a process and trusting that it will lead to big results. Consider the words of Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, who said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." And that's the crux of it all. Our habits shape us, mold us, and ultimately define us. So let's embrace the magic of consistent habits. Let's start small but think big. Let's commit to the process and let's be patient. Because over time, those small, consistent habits will lead to significant achievements. Remember, consistency is key in the journey to success. So, how does one develop this inner strength we're talking about? Well, let's delve into that. Inner strength, much like physical strength, is built through practice and perseverance, and by pushing through even when things seem tough. It's about being tenacious, resilient, and steadfast in the face of adversity. One of the most effective ways to build inner strength is through positive self-talk. Now, this isn't about being delusional or oblivious to reality. It's about reframing negative thoughts into positive ones. When you face a challenge, instead of saying, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I can learn how to do this." Remember, the words you tell yourself shape your reality. Another powerful tool is practicing gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in what's going wrong in our lives and forget about what's going right. Gratitude helps us shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. And when we appreciate what we have, we find strength within ourselves to face whatever comes our way. Facing fears is another crucial way to build inner strength. It's like stepping into a cold shower. It's uncomfortable at first, but the more you do it, the more resilient you become. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face." And remember, inner strength is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. You wouldn't expect to lift 100 pounds on your first day at the gym, would you? The same goes for your inner strength. It's built gradually through consistent practice and effort. It's also important to understand that building inner strength isn't a linear process. There will be setbacks and failures along the way, but these are opportunities for growth, not reasons to give up. Because as the legendary boxer Muhammad Ali once said, "It's not the mountains ahead to climb that wear you out, it's the pebble in your shoe." Start flexing your inner strength muscle today and see the difference it makes. Now, how about forming those consistent habits that lead to success? Imagine you're a sculptor and your life is a block of marble. Each habit you form is a chisel strike, shaping this block into the masterpiece you envision. But the key is consistency. Without it, your chisel marks will be random and disjointed, leaving you with a formless lump rather than a beautiful statue. So, where do we start? Well, the answer is simple, yet profound. We start with setting specific goals. Much like an artist visualizes their final piece before they even pick up a brush, you need to picture your end goal. What does success look like to you? Is it running a marathon, writing a book, or perhaps becoming a better listener? Once you have that clear image in your mind, it's time to break it down into manageable, achievable steps. This is the essence of forming consistent habits. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your masterpiece. Start small. If your goal is to read more, don't overwhelm yourself by aiming to read a novel a week. Start with a chapter or even a page a day. You'll be surprised how quickly these small steps add up. Consistency is the golden thread that weaves these steps together. It's not about making huge leaps and bounds, but rather taking steady, consistent steps towards your goal. Every day, rain or shine, make a commitment to take that one small step. And you know what's the beautiful part? Each step you take, no matter how small, strengthens your resolve and fuels your motivation. It's a positive feedback loop that propels you forward. But let's not forget, forming consistent habits isn't always a smooth journey. There will be days when you stumble, when you miss a step, but that's okay. What matters is that you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and continue on your journey. Remember, every master was once a beginner, every expert started as a novice. Your journey towards success starts with one small, consistent habit. Start with one small step today, and before you know it, you'll be on your way to success. What happens if you stumble along the way? This is a question that often echoes in our minds as we embark on our journey to develop inner strength and form consistent habits. But let's take a moment to demystify this. Perseverance, it's the grit, the resolve, the tenacity that keeps us going, even when the path is strewn with challenges. It's the fuel that powers our determination to succeed. Think of Thomas Edison, who after 1,000 unsuccessful attempts finally invented the light bulb. He didn't see those attempts as failures. Rather, he saw them as steps on his journey to success. Now, imagine if he had given up after his 10th, 100th, or even his 500th attempt. The world might still be in darkness, symbolically speaking. But he didn't. He persevered, and because of that, he achieved his goal. That's the power of perseverance. Failure, as daunting as it sounds, is not the end. In fact, it is a crucial part of our journey to success. It's a stepping stone, a learning opportunity. Every time we stumble, we get a chance to learn, to grow, to become stronger. We learn what works and what doesn't. We learn about our strengths and our weaknesses, but most importantly, we learn to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and keep going. We learn to persevere. This is how we build inner strength. This is how we form consistent habits. So whenever you stumble, whenever you fall, don't be disheartened. Don't let the fear of failure stop you. Instead, rise. Rise with the knowledge that you are stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. Keep going no matter what. Persevere, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Because at the end of the journey, when you look back, you will realize that every stumble, every fall, every failure was a stepping stone to your success. Remember, the road to success is paved with failures. Don't be afraid to stumble. So, what's next on your journey to success? Now that you're armed with knowledge about developing inner strength and consistent habits, it's time to look at the road that lies ahead. We've talked about the power of inner strength and the magic of consistent habits. We've discussed how to build your inner strength and form habits that stick. We've even delved into the power of perseverance. And now we're standing at the edge of the precipice, ready to embark on a journey of personal growth and success. This journey, as you might expect, isn't going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be tough, and there will be times when you'll want to give up. But remember, the path to success is not straight. There are curves called failure, loops called confusion, speed bumps called friends, red lights called enemies, caution lights called family. But if you have a spare called determination, an engine called perseverance, insurance called faith, and a driver called inner strength, you'll make it to a place called success. Every step of this journey will test your inner strength and your commitment to your habits. But every step is also an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself. Don't be disheartened by the challenges, embrace them. Because it is through these challenges that your inner strength will shine brightest. And it is through consistent habits that you'll find the discipline to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So take that first step. Commit to developing your inner strength. Commit to forming consistent habits. Commit to the journey. And as you embark on this journey, keep in mind the wise words of Winston Churchill: success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. The journey to success starts with a single step. Are you ready to take it? Before we conclude, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button for more inspiring content like this. Let's take a moment to recap what we've journeyed through today. Developing inner strength isn't about bulking up your muscles or being able to run a marathon. It's about cultivating an inner reserve of resilience and determination that can carry you through life's challenges. It's about being able to stand tall in the face of adversity, to keep pushing forward even when things get tough. Inner strength is something that we all have within us, but it's like a muscle. It needs to be exercised regularly to grow stronger. You can develop your inner strength by setting goals for yourself, by challenging yourself to step outside of your comfort zone, and by learning to manage stress effectively. As we've discussed, consistent habits play a crucial role in this journey of developing inner strength. It's the small daily actions that lead to big changes over time. Consistency is key, and it's often the hardest part. But once you have your habits in place, they start to work for you, propelling you towards your goals with less effort. Forming consistent habits isn't about making huge, sweeping changes all at once. It's about making small, manageable changes that you can stick with over the long term. Start by identifying 1 or 2 habits that you'd like to develop, and then break them down into small, actionable steps. Focus on consistency, not perfection. Celebrate every small victory along the way, and remember, progress, no matter how small, is still progress. The power of perseverance ties all of this together. As we've explored, perseverance is about sticking with your goals, your habits, and your commitment to developing inner strength. Even when things get tough, it's about having the courage to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep striving, even when the odds seem stacked against you. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Start honing your will today and unleash the power within you. As we journey ahead, remember, developing inner strength and consistent habits is a lifelong process. It's not something that happens overnight. It takes time, effort, and patience. But the rewards are well worth the effort. So let's start today. Let's start now. Let's start cultivating our inner strength and forming consistent habits that will carry us forward on our journey to becoming the best versions of ourselves. And remember, share this video with someone who might need a little push in the right direction. Let's inspire each other to greatness. Let's become the change we wish to see in the world, because together we can achieve anything. Let's start today.